This evening I wanted to start to show you a tutorial on how to create a spaceship with graphics command on Color Maximite 2. As you can see, I already have my Maximite here with an SD card, a 128 gigs SD card, and it's flashed with the firmware 5.07. I also have some headphones in it, but we won't use them anyway. Let's dive into the tutorial. So I've got nothing like super prepared. That's why I'm going to use in my path. I have my current directory is in AFE so I can create a file with the edit command, and I can say something like edit spaceship, and this will prompt me into the editor, which is built in by design in the Color Maximite, and it's going to work in basic. So everything that we do today is going to be coded in basic. Let's have first to see if this code, this program runs fine. So I will add first one comment. This is a sample programmatic space ship with pure graphic commands. Okay, and let's try to print one message to the screen and say I'm a space ship. Okay, let's run it. You see, we have in the top corner right there, we have the message I'm a spaceship. And when we run a command, we also notice that the program which runs changes here. So right now, if we press F2, it will run our program, which is defined right there at the bottom command. Okay. Now, in order to introduce you to the basic commands that create graphics on the screen, first I think we have the circle command. And the beauty of this basic thing with the command prompt is that you can try your commands directly on the screen. So if you say circle, let's have a circle at the let's try to be to place it in the center right here, and let's do one thing. First, we have the circle command, which takes a couple of arguments, first of which it's the coordinate where is the x. Okay, and if we want to place it in the center, we have to use the href divided by 2, and then we have the y coordinate. And to find out the center of the screen related to the y coordinate, like the vertical, we need to use the command mm.vres divided by 2. And the last mandatory argument that this function requires is the actual radius of the circle. So let's try to pick a 50 pixels circle. Amazing. So we have our circle right here. Then I think we need to learn about the rectangle command. And let's see if I remember it correctly, because I'm no basic expert, but I can do my best. So if I want to place a rectangle from here to here and here to here, no, I think it's I will need to find out the rectangle command, because I don't know it from the top of my heart. Box command. We actually use the box command to create a rectangle or simply a box. And in order to use it, let's write it down as the box and have just a sample ready. So the first two arguments are the x and y coordinates, and then we have the width and the length. So we can see it's placed at 200 and 200. It has 400 pixel horizontal width, and then vertical 500 pixels length. So by combining these two, I was thinking that we can create a sort of a spaceship. So practically my idea was to create a circle. Let's try to do it in the, like we did in the uh, middle of the screen. So we write it down again, hres divided by 2, mm.hres, vres, sorry, divided by 2, and let's say we have maybe a 40 degrees circle. Then we have an argument which is the stroke length, which if we increase it to 50, we should have almost a complete circle. You see? Yeah. But what if we do something like 30? It's actually overridden in here. So in order to clear that out, we can do something like CLS. This is the command which clears the screen. Boom. So now you see the circle is almost complete, but I don't want to play that much right now with this argument. I will leave it, let's say, at 5. And then we have an argument which is from, the values are from 1 to 10, if I'm correct. And this actually controls how skewed the circle is. So in our case, we need a circle. I was imagining a spaceship with like a circle which is skewed from the sides. So let's try to do this with this next argument. Let's try to have an 8. Yeah, something like this, but I wanted the skew to be from the side. I'm not sure how to do that. If I say -8, does it work? No. I managed to jam the whole device. This is interesting when you're playing with these devices, that you can actually run into problems you never expect. Luckily, you have a reset button on the Maximite. Let's try to reset it, and yeah, let's do the command again. So let's write it again. mm.hres divided by 2 res, m.vres divided by 2, and then we have a 40 degrees radius with let's say 2 stroke length, and let's see if we say 2, we can see it's pretty much skewed, but not from the position that I want. Let's see if we say 20. It's way too. If I say 0.2, so this is something that exactly what I want. This looks like an alligator eye, but I want something that I can reuse. So yeah, something like this. It looks like a watermelon, maybe 0.7 will do the trick. I think 0.6. Let me try to clear the screen and see how it looks like. Yeah, exactly. So I want something like this. And then to the side, I was thinking to create a box. If I want to create a box from the side, let's see, something like, I'm just guessing. So practically I will create from the coordinate mm.hrs divided by 2 minus, let's say minus, I don't know, 100 pixels. And I want the y coordinate to be mm. This is the hrs actually, mm.vres divided by 2, and then I just don't think I will subtract anything. Then we will need to see Practically, we will play around with these commands to see which one works better. So I will want a width of, let's say 200 and a height of just 30. Let's see how it goes. Boom. It doesn't look like a spaceship exactly, but yeah, I think you can get the pretty much the element. So this is the part that flies into this direction, and this is where I would like to place the gun. So the idea would be that I want to move this part a little bit downwards. So um, I like the I think that's too wide, so I will subtract actually less pixels from this coordinate, and I will adjust accordingly. So if I want, maybe I'll go for 80, and here instead of 200 I'll put just 160. Fair enough. Let's clear this screen. Let's draw the circle first. Boom. Then the box. Okay, the box is yeah, let's say it can look like a spaceship to some extent, although I would just move it downwards just a little bit. In order to move it downwards, I will just add some coordinates here. Maybe I'll move with 20 pixels downwards. What do you think? I think it's too much. Maybe just 10 pixels. And that would be it. Yeah, let's clear the screen because you don't know exactly. So the circle stays the same, then the box comes, and it's something like almost precisely what I want. Okay. Although no, I think it looks good for now. Um, I will also want to draw the gun. What I want is to draw on one gun here and one gun here. So how can we do that? It shouldn't be that complicated, but it will be more of a lucky guess. In my view, I would just use the same command called box in order to reproduce the guns. And what we can do, let's try to create another box, which will be, as the vertical is minus 80, it will be something like minus, I would say 15. And then the vertical resolution, I want it to start from around this place. So it will be minus, perhaps minus 20, 20, maybe 15. Yeah, something like that. And I want just a short length. So it will be maybe 10 and maybe 15 in on the y coordinates. So width and height, let's see, boom. Yeah, something like this. It showed up here, but I would like to have it maybe a bit wider so that the gun will be more impressive. And maybe I will just move minus 55. Okay, and when it comes to our height, we will I want it to be like 25, something like this. I think it's almost perfect. I'm so excited. Okay, so far so good. And then we will want to create the other gun. But first, let's recap. So I'm gonna clear the screen. First, we draw the circle. Boom. Then we draw not this one, mm, this one. So we draw the wings. Okay. And then we draw the gun. Boom. Now what we need to do next is to draw the other gun. In order to draw the other gun, so I will have to increase the horizontal, so the y coordinate. I'll have to increase to maybe around plus 55, plus, not 55, maybe 95. I don't know, just a lucky guess. So in this game, I'm also like guessing. And then the vertical resolution um, will be kind of the same. Oh no. No, it will be plus 15. No, actually, it will be the same. No? Let's see. Yeah, it's actually kind of the same, just that I I just increased the y coordinate too much. So practically, I will have to do plus 55, no? Or 45. 45. I think it's the right one. Yeah, let's clear the screen because I don't know exactly how it will look in the final form. So first we draw the circle, then we draw the box, we draw the first gun, minus 0, boom, and then the other thing, plus 45. It looks amazing, I would say. Although there's a little bit distance. So I have to move the gun like 5 pixels away, I think. So it will not be like 45, it will be like 40. And it should do the trick. 40. Hmm? How does it look? Maybe 42? I think that's the final form, the 42. Okay, so let's clear the screen again. We draw the circle, boom. Then we draw the wings. Where are the wings? The wings. Then we draw the first gun, minus 55. And then we draw the other gun. And I think it's pretty balanced. So it looks sort of a spaceship, maybe not super professional, but it looks quite alright so far. What do you think? Good. Now we have those commands that we managed to use to produce that output, but they are only in our console, so we need to write them into a file. So of course we don't need to write them each time we need them. So what I advise you to do is to maybe take a picture of them and rewrite them into the editor. This is what I will do. And then we will see how the file looks like. Then I just created this screenshot, and I'm going to remove this print because I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to define a sub which will be called by the name draw spaceship. And this is the fun part, so we will need to have the x and y coordinates. So it will be like x as integer, y as integer. And then we say end sub. Let's see if I got this right. So let's print one, uh, print x and y. Is it running? No, because I didn't call into that sub yet. I will say uh, draw spaceship 200, 300, something like that. Let's run it. Good, we have those values, so I managed to define the subroutine in a proper way. Then, now it's time for us to rewrite the circle commands and the boxes. So I have them right here. If you want, you can skip the video, but I will just leave it mm.hrs, because what I like to do is to program like in the old days. This is when you are going to appreciate the modern editors, the modern technologies, and of course the modern AI tools, which will uh, pretty much help you to achieve your goals. So just a second. I need to find the picture again. Good. So I'm writing the first. Um, let's also write some comments. Draw wing, then box. Oh, but sorry about this. It's going to be here. We need to replace x and y with yeah. We will use this subroutine to draw the spaceship exactly at the coordinates that we supply. So sorry about this omission that I did. And x. So this will be x minus 8. Y plus 10, 160, and 30 height. Then the other box will be draw left gun. Will be box x minus 55, y minus 15, 15, 25. Then we have at the comment draw right gun to be box x plus 42 and y minus 15, 15 and 25. Okay, let's see how if it works fine. Yeah, super cool. So the good thing that is that we can now move it around. So if we plan to draw it somewhere else, let's say at 600 whatever to the right side, yeah, then it should be drawn completely wherever we want. Okay, that's perfect. But I would like to have some fill color for at least for the guns. I mean for all the elements. Why not? We can start from the circle command, which accepts a fill color. I think in it's the exactly the last argument. Let's say we want it to be gray, RGB. We need to supply the command from yeah, the color from this command, and it will be RGB uh, oh, gray. That I don't know if it has this color defined, but we will find out. Then the the wing will be, let's say, white, RGB white, and then the guns. Let's say that we do them, I don't know, red, but I don't think they will look pretty funny with the red color. But we just need to find out, right? Circle, circle. Let's see. I think we will get some errors. Is invalid. Ah, yeah, that's yeah, for the circle. No, I need to. So this argument instead is the stroke, line stroke, I think, or I don't remember for sure what's that. I need to check the documentation, but it should be one, I suppose. Let's see. Yeah, so it knows the gray color. That is good, good, good. Then I suppose the same thing applies also here to the box command. So we need to add this one. One. Let's run it. Yeah. So practically we have this part filled, but the box, so practically that parameter that we added the color for is just the line color and not the fill color. Okay. But we need probably to just say something like mm.info. So in order to find the foreground color, we will use this command mninfo f color. Let's see if it works in for the first box command. Yeah, it worked. But practically, I would use the same for the line and also for the field because then it's much easier and it will look better. So you can use Control S to select, Control C, Control V. Okay, we can say the same thing right again. Boom, and here as well, RGB red. Let's run it. Let's see how it looks like. So there you go. We have something really interesting, which looks more like a mosque or something else, or like a mouse hole, but still I think it can be used for the purpose of making a spaceship as well. It will be like an extraordinary spaceship, but I'm fine with the design for now. I mean, it's much better than I could hope for. Now, for this tutorial, I think I will stop here just because the next part will be to move it around. But I would like to keep it as a subject for the next video in order to be much better prepared because I had some lacunes today, some things that I was missing. But other than that, I'm pretty much happy with the result. So tell me in the comments below, what do you think about this beautiful spaceship that I just created from the top of my mind. I mean, I didn't do any other magic. The thing is that you also need to have the documentation quite ready in order to be able to produce something because I thought that GPT might be really helpful, but it's sketchy. It's practically really hallucinating when it comes to MM Basic. So it's much of a niche topic, so that's why you need to rely on your experience and your software engineering skills, which I hope I will manage to hone them by creating these tutorials for you. So thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video. Cheers.